old video that I filmed on this was outdated, so let me do another quick one for y'all. Stun VFX, dark glare. Sometimes I play white glare. Depends if it's like 4 a.m. or 2 p.m., you know. If it's 2 p.m., white glare, you know, can't be getting flashbanged at 4 o'clock in the morning, lighting up my entire house like a firework. A lot of people say that dark glare is better than white glare because you can see more. I just don't think that's true. Both of them have like the same visibility. Tinnitus effect, put that on wave. Cycle inside camera groups off. Diffuser pickup both. Drone after prep manual. Match replays on, and HUD. I have compass on with simplified appearance, and everything's off besides location pings and current location, because my main struggle in Siege is learning the map callouts, because like I low-key be selling rounds because of that, so I keep it on so I can ping and I'll be like, oh, he's like top red, I don't know. Loadout inputs off with loadout on. Health off, because a lot of times if I'm like 20 HP and it's like a 1v3 or something, I'll play incredibly scared. I just want to have the amount of ego that I normally have when I play the game with 100 HP in a 5v5. Status effect on, stance indicator off, because it's just like there's really no point. You can tell if you're crouching or standing or proning. Like, if you play this game, you usually have two eyes that can see. Down but not out timer on. Critical warnings on. Action reminders icons only with 40 opacity. Diffuse reminder on. Action bar reminder on. Reload reminder off. And the reason I have this off is because I just don't like that text at the bottom of the screen telling me to reload. And also there was a glitch last season where it'd be stuck on your screen and you'd have to like, I'm pretty sure you just have to swap weapons, and it's just annoying. And also you pretty much reload after like 1 or 2 kills anyways. General reminders on. Crosshair, both of them on. A lot of time I play reticle dot off to make it look clean, but like I've been rocking with both on recently. Everything default, default, default. Ally outlines off. If you're a new player, I do not recommend this because you will end up shooting your teammate. Along with usernames off, you will end up shooting your teammate if you're a new player. If you're a new player, keep this on. If you have like more than like 50 hours in the game, you can turn it off because you should know what ops are which and what are your teammates. Everything on in match information besides bans because it's super distracting and there's just no point. Versus update, I usually have that off. I don't know why that's on. Gameplay warnings on. Everything's on here. Default. Audio. If you're playing Siege, 90% of the player base, if you're playing Siege, you shouldn't care if you're going deaf from the game. Have master volume and in-game sound effects 100. Tinnitus effect wave. Dynamic range on low. If you have IEMs, play low. I don't have IEMs, but I still like it because I used to have IEMs and I'm just used to it. The difference between high and low is that high makes gunshots louder with quieter footsteps, but low makes footsteps louder with quieter gunshots and explosions and stuff like that. It's just really nice. Everything else default, push to talk, you know. I have a 165 Hz monitor. I play 1610. The difference between 1610 and like 5.4 and 4.3 is that 4.3, for example, stretched out, your game's a lot more wider, so that means everything moves a lot quicker, but they're wide. 1610, a lot thinner, but everything's moving super slow. I just stick with 1610. It's honestly just personal preference. I know a lot of people like Bolo play 5.4. I just like 1610. 90 FOV. Don't play anything below 84. It's just not worth it. HUD display 80. I usually change this to like 85 if I play 5.4. Menu display 87 just to make it look clean. Graphics, everything off or low. You don't want anything on. The game still looks incredibly good with it, everything off. The only thing you want on is shadows and LOD quality. Sometimes I use LOD quality, but I don't know, my PC's like bipolar or something. Sometimes I'll be running like 10 FPS, sometimes I'll be running like 200. I guess it just depends on the week. Controls, here we go. 88, I use Uzi Sens, so Kickstar multiplier, which is 0.223, I believe, and that's Kickstar multiplier. And then 40, 71, 72. Sometimes I swap 1.0 to 35, but it just depends if I'm playing bad or not. Sometimes it just depends on how I'm playing, what gun I'm using. Like if I use SMG-12, I swap to 35. Accessibility, use green optic color with 50 opacity. I used to use red, but I saturated my game like crazy because I'm using NVIDIA now instead of OBS. A lot of the maps are super like red color coded, and there's only like one map that's green, and even then it's not like incredibly green. 50 opacity because it makes the reticle a lot thinner, but you still can't see through it. But 100, it's super bulky and you can't see through it like at all. Blue, red, team colors. And 111 chat scale with semi-transparent. And yeah, that's the settings.